This is a brief video to show you how to do a mole-to-mole stoichiometry problem. And so we're going to start off with a basic reaction. We're going to do something that you're all familiar with, which is the synthesis of water, which comes from hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So we'll take a look at that. First thing we need to do is we want to balance our equations out. So I'm going to put a 2 here, make 4 hydrogens. Put a 2 there to get 4 hydrogens. 2 oxygens on that side, 2 on this side. So the way I read this is that I have 2 moles of hydrogen reacting with 1 mole of oxygen to make 2 moles of water. So if I had 4 moles of hydrogen, that means I can make 4 moles of water. If I have 6 moles of hydrogen, I can make 6 moles of water. If you notice that the 1 is half the amount as 2. So if I have 2 moles of hydrogen, I need 1 mole of oxygen. If I have 4 moles of hydrogen, I would need 2 moles of oxygen. So let's just say, for example, that I tell you that I have 3 moles of hydrogen. And what I want to know is how many moles of oxygen do I need? How many moles of oxygen do I need? So I'll put a little question mark here saying I don't know how many moles I need of that. So if you just look here, this is twice as much. You should probably be able to figure out if this is twice as much, what's going to be half of 3? Now, if you want to work out the math, which is what you're going to have to do eventually, what I'll do is I'll make something called a mole ratio. And the mole ratio just comes from the coefficients that I have in my equation. So whatever I want to get rid of goes on the bottom, and whatever I want to get rid of is what I start with. So I know that I'm starting with moles of hydrogen, and I want to figure out how many moles of oxygen I need. So I'll write this here. Now, what goes in front will be my numbers that are in the equation. This is called a mole ratio. And these will always come from the coefficients. So I just go back to my equation. I got a 2 there, so I put a 2 on the bottom. I have an imaginary 1. It's going to go right here. And now we just solve the problem. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 divided by 2 should be 1.5. So this will be 1.5 moles of oxygen, which should hopefully make sense because I have twice as much hydrogen as I have oxygen. 3 is twice as much as 1.5. So that's how you do a mole-to-mole stoichiometry problem by using mole ratios. Number 1, balance the equation. 2, look at your ratios. And then 3, you set up your problem. Whatever you start with goes on the bottom. Whatever you're trying to solve for goes on top. Thanks for watching.